Hello, hello. We got 3,000 the other day on this, but I still think it's a nice little warm up game until people come in. Oops, accidentally muted. There we go. I I'm still getting used to the mute controls. I kind of swapped a couple of my keybinds around for OBS stuff, so that way when I'm playing controller games, I can mute and stuff a little bit easier. Because I couldn't really do that before, but now that I have a wireless keyboard, I can actually access things outside of just like hard muting my mic, which is so much simpler. The only rough thing is that the keybinds I have assigned to this are basically the reverse of what I have assigned to them in Discord. So I think I need to swap one of them around, because if I ever go back and forth between Discord and OBS, that will cause a lot of confusion. But yeah, we got to 3K. 3,026 was our best score. I think another good goal that I don't want to grind super hard for, but I think it would be cool to see what happens if you get two separate melons, if that's even possible. But like, I feel like that's a reasonable goal, or at least like a watermelon and a smaller melon, because it seems incredibly difficult to get two full-blown watermelons. But I do want to keep getting a slightly higher score, because I barely broke 3,000. It was stressful. I want a little bit more wiggle room there for my goal. Let's see. I think this will make an apple, but it will cover things in the corner. I don't know if that's what I really want. Because, like... Well, actually, yeah, I imagine if I combine these, it's going to make an apple to the right, or a pear to the right. I don't know if that's really a bad thing. The other option, I might be able to shoot this cherry out. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. I mean, it still ended up converting the apple I didn't want to, but at least shuffled some things around in the process, which is at least good enough. And then I should... Oh, wait, no, this will work out great. This will give me a pear. I'm not sure which side. Oh, perfect. Roll to the left. That is exactly what I wanted. Then we can get another apple. Okay, so far this is pretty clean. Can't really do much with this cherry. Yeah, I don't really have any other cherries right now. Maybe I can misplace stuff and then everything will be for nothing. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, I think we just have to choose a corner to start tossing cherries in for a bit. Maybe I should just start building stuff over here, because I think there's too much going on in this corner right now for me to actually get anything meaningful over there. I might... Okay, there is a chance that if I drop this here, it doesn't roll over. Okay, well, the idea was there. Okay, but that's totally fine. I think I can squeeze these pears together if I start making something in the middle. Or sorry, peaches together if I start making something in this corner. Because it's possible if this strawberry falls down correctly, those combine. I mean, we got the peaches together, but I was hoping these would compress into one orange by the time that happened. It is now very much not going to happen. But I can make another orange. There we go. And now I can get rid of that grape. Doesn't do much. Actually, it does a lot that's bad. Can I get rid of the grape somehow? I don't think this will push the apple over, so I might be able to like squeeze in a grape production. Yeah, I might be able to build a grape in here, and then I'll make a little mandarin. If they can touch. If not, we're doomed. Okay, perfect. And now we have an orange, which is much larger, so I think we should be able to like keep cramming stuff in there and it'll be actually functional. Let's see, we have a grape. Can't do much with that. If I throw it in the corner, I might eventually be able to make it into a mandarin. And we combine this. If these all touch, we at least get like a bigger mandarin, although, yep, there we go. We just needed something to shift. Perfect. Okay, now we have a little pear. I did just cover an orange that I could have used, which is a bit unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but it does make it harder to work with. I need to try to make... I need to make an apple here that's like centered on the very edge of this pineapple, which I think I can do. But it's only possible if I get like a full-on persimmon. I don't think I can build it with smaller fruit. Because like if I toss this right here, it'll make an apple that I don't know if it will touch the pear. So let's go a little bit to the left. There we go. Perfect. Because like I was really worried that the new pear I would make would just narrowly miss the apple. Which would have meant we just had two large fruits separated that I couldn't roll into each other, but it worked out. Okay, hopefully this doesn't cause things to shift poorly. I just kind of gotta wing it there. I would like a strawberry without a cherry right now, please and thank you. Let's see, I didn't, did I choose the right screen? Yeah, okay. I have Factorio open as well, so I wasn't sure if I had the right priority. Because we'll be playing Factorio soon, and since it's SpaceX, it takes like a couple minutes to launch. I wanted to make sure I actually had it set up so it's easier to switch to it. Oh wait, oh, OBS is really weird today. Oh yeah, OBS had issues. It is still streaming, I think, but all of my windows are in the wrong spot, which is very problematic because... Well, I can't see, what are they called? Activity feed? So I can't see activity feed. Chat is white, which is very bright. I am mostly a light mode person on PC, but for Discord, not Discord. Well, yeah, for Discord, for any chat window, I tend to like those as dark theme. Like things that I want at the corner of my eye, I prefer to be light themed. Things that I like at the forefront, like a web browser, I tend to like those in light mode. And I think it just has to do with how much focus focus I want it to take for me. Like if it's dark mode, it's a lot easier to just sit out of the corner of my eye. But if it's light mode, it is very much going to be the center of my attention a lot of times, which for chat is ideal. To have it like on the side, not necessarily like drawing your attention until you need it. But like web browsers, I like them as bright as they come. But for some reason OBS is broken right now and it is not letting me change it. So it is just vibrant and white and I don't know, I ran out of ideas. I can't find a setting, so that's fun. It's definitely not blinding. Wait, can I get a cherry down there? Oh! Oh wait, that was really good. Okay, and then I might be able to pop... Ooh, there is a possibility I can pop the apple back over. If this grape does what I want. Okay, well that did not have nearly the force that I was hoping. It's not a lost cause, but yeah, it's not the impact I wanted. Okay, so it looks like we have to start working towards this apple. I would much rather convert this pear, because there is a chance that if this apple stays, it's going to fall and block things. I don't think this apple would. But it's probably just got to come down to like which fruit I have, since I don't think I have a ton of control right now over which way that orange will fall. Okay, now I do. Okay, that's now it's looking up. Because now we don't have another apple it can run into. Perfect. I need to not cover up this orange or mandarin, while also converting the mandarin. A grape would help with that. And another grape? Perfect. Okay, so now that will no longer block us. If I could roll this apple over, that would be great. Yeah, that was not the right move. Now the apple is pretty much impossible to move over. Now at least I can get rid of this cherry, so it's not going to cause problems. The strawberry, on the other hand, can't do much with it. I might be able to just hover it on this side and hope that it's okay. And maybe I can balance this cherry. Nope, that is was the wrong move. It hasn't caused problems yet. Okay, now it's caused problems. Okay. Now I really need to get that cherry out of there or we are doomed. Why do I think there's any chance I could possibly get 2 melons when I have boards like this without even a single melon? I don't think that's a realistic goal, to be honest. Would be a fun goal, but it's looking less realistic every second. Okay, hopefully things shift a bit. Yeah, no, they did not. Okay. I guess now it's just, I mean, we should be able to break 2K at least, but yeah, there's not a ton I can do right now because we messed up with that orange in the middle, and it's just gonna be there. Hello, hello, you're concerned I might be a bit addicted to this game? I have not denied that. I think I've openly stated that it is consuming my life. But it's like, I think it's a nice little warm-up game. Before, like, it's much more, well, I don't know if it's relaxing. It's a little less of a mental strain than space exploration is. So it's been nice to start streams with it before getting into the chaos that is unraveling our spaghetti. We have everything we need for a watermelon right here, but I have no idea how to get these oranges out of the way. Maybe this will work? Yeah, that didn't work. That just made it worse. I don't know what I was thinking there. I thought maybe there was a chance. Ooh, wait. Is that good or bad? I don't know if that helped. I want to say it didn't help. But it didn't necessarily ruin things. It's just not exactly the situation I wanted. Oh, this is way too close to like rolling a pineapple out. My only hope right now is, I think, to somehow make another pear here. Which is looking less possible every second. Yeah. Okay. We broke 2,000. That's something. For one more attempt, and then I'll switch over to space exploration. Yeah, we did breach 3,000 yesterday. Was it that yesterday? Yeah, we got our 3,000 goal. But now I'm curious how high the score goes. Like, can you get 2 watermelons? I don't know. It seems very possible. But what happens if you do it? I don't know. And I'm curious and want to find out. But I think that goal is so far away. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Yeah, I'm glad this game exists, and I'm glad that I got my sister into it too. So then I have someone who understands it. As someone that was once addicted to 2048, you understand? So yeah, they're addicting games. But like, I would much rather be addicted to a game like this than like, I don't know, Candy Crush or something. Because this one feels kind of, well, isn't Candy Crush like a puzzle game? What's one with microtransactions? I'd rather get addicted to this than something with microtransactions. There we go. That's the sentiment I was trying to go for. Then I realized I don't know anything about Candy Crush. Okay, this board looks pretty decent so far. I don't know what to do with this. Actually, oh, if I pile stuff in the corner, once I convert this... Oh wait, that's... I forgot about the apple. I thought everything was going to compress into a pineapple right there. Well, that's fine. My plan still kind of works. Oh, it works less now. Definitely works less now. Oh, oh, it's picking up again? Okay. Do we gamble here? Like, if I get a strawberry, this will work perfectly. We didn't get a strawberry, but it can still work. Okay, now it can't work. Don't know what the out is here. Maybe if it just falls straight down. Oh, come on. That strawberry is just barely in the way. Well, that's fine. We've dealt with stuff like this before. See? We just have to pray and hope it works. It really is it's my only solution. Like, hope things just happen to touch where I need them to, and then we're golden. Now we have a lot of fruit to work with. And we can even get a strawberry here. A cute little strawberry, and now we have almost an apple in this corner. I also have a grape that I can't do anything with. Now there's a pile of oranges. Cool. Okay, so that strawberry is gonna... Actually, we don't have to call it on that strawberry. That strawberry is... We can still work with it. That grape, on the other hand... Maybe? I think we can make an apple and have it, like, kind of roll out. Yeah, okay, cool. That's exactly what I wanted. And then... Don't know what to do with this cherry. Hopefully it just doesn't block things. That's my goal right now. Just don't destroy anything and I'll be content. Okay, and then awesome. This should get us a peach. Perfect. Okay, now everything on the right is... I can't really do much with it. They're too small of fruits to really do much with right now. So we'll just ignore them. And then just keep tossing small fruit on the right until we regret it, which is usually does not take too long. It doesn't take long to regret just tossing things in the wasteland. Like, it causes problems real fast. That is not what I meant to do. I kind of forgot about how I can roll over the edges. I forget that every time, just because it's just so natural to just, like, you know, occasionally double tap. Like, it's an easy mispress to do, and it is very, very problematic. Causes you to toss a lot of random fruit where you don't necessarily want it. And it's something that can't be solved by just, like, being patient and waiting, because it's more like a misclick thing than anything. Can I get these grapes to touch? Because if I can't, I really need them to touch. Maybe if I make a pineapple right here, that will relieve enough tension that the grapes can somehow touch. I don't know if it will actually work, but it seems like it has potential. Except now that everything is just so, like, close. And not exactly where I wanted. Okay. That kind of worked. It wasn't exactly the goal I was going for, but no, it 100% worked. I just kind of hoped right there that maybe things would roll where I need them to go. Okay, can I make an apple? Not really. I mean, I made an apple, I just wasn't exactly where I wanted it. That's not necessarily bad, though. I think we can work with it. Oh, and then we can get another apple. These are not that far from each other, so these can still touch pretty comfortably. We can get rid of the grapes. I can actually get rid of this cherry as long as I don't accidentally misplace this grape. Perfect, and now I have another cherry. What's the point of getting rid of cherries when I immediately get another one? What I really need right now is a strawberry, though, so we can try to... I was hoping maybe we could try to roll this grape, or this apple out, but yeah, it didn't. It didn't work. Sometimes things just fall. But that's okay. We can get another apple. And then we have a cherry. Can't really do anything with it. I really need to not cover up this grape, though, and that's complicating things right now. Okay, this shouldn't cover up the grape. That'll just give us a little melon. Okay. Technically... I think now that we have that strawberry there blocking things, I think we can toss an orange here and maybe have enough gap for a strawberry. Let's see. See if this actually works. Yes and no. It kind of worked, but on the other hand, now we have an orange in the way. So I don't know if it quite worked. It was a good attempt, but it did kind of fail in the execution because things just fell a little bit slower than they needed to. Can I relieve tension maybe if I pop something over here? No? Maybe? No, I think that made it worse. Okay, what if I just make this into an apple and hope things roll the right direction? Like, now there's an orange in the middle, which could be fine, but it could also be really hard to get out of. I guess it'll really depend on this move right here. Can we shift Ooh, wait. Oh, this might pop things out. That apple on top is going to be risky. Because if these become a pineapple, I don't know if that's good or bad. Because if they become a pineapple, they could shoot things up, or it could fall down first, and I don't know what order it will really do that in. So that's, risky. Maybe instead we can hope for an orange. Because if we get an orange, it's possible that we can make a different pineapple appear. Let's try it. I mean, it didn't shoot out, but now I have to try to get another pair made right there. Unless maybe I can make it under. Because there's like a huge chain reaction here right now, just waiting to occur. But it required more force. That did not work. Okay, can we get another cherry? Maybe that'll push things out? No, I think that's a lost cause. What if I push this pineapple out of the way? Then do things start touching? Like just kind of weigh it down? That's possible, actually. That doesn't seem... It doesn't seem too out there. Like they still seem to be shifting a little bit, so I haven't completely given up. This isn't a lost cause, but it's definitely bleak. Yeah, we can get a small little orange, a little mandarin. It's not that helpful though. I think this we have to get lucky and get another like full on orange. But I think this will at least get us another peach. But does it go where we need to go? I don't know. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, we almost got a pumpkin. I don't think it's impossible to get a pumpkin, but I don't see a great way to roll these fruit out of there. Yeah, I think no melon this time. Unless I can just kind of pop things out. Which is looking more and more possible right now. But still a bit trickier than I would have liked. And I can't really weigh it down much. What if we relieve tension with that? Oh, well now there's a grape in the way. Cool. I think the grape kind of didn't do great for me. They definitely probably should have waited a bit before I tossed another fruit there. Yeah, there's not much I can do. Okay. We can get some points though. Maybe we can get like, I don't know, 2100. That's a completely random number, but it seems like a nice number. Oh wait. Is that rolling the right direction? No, it is not. I don't know what direction would be the right direction really. There's not much I can do here. There's just too many small fruits blocking the watermelon. And I can't really make an orange there. Yeah, okay. Well, it was a good attempt. 2200 though. That was so close to getting the melon. I mean, I know I reached my 3000 goal yesterday, so there's not as much tension anymore. But I do still want to get a higher score. Okay, so now we're doing now for some space exploration. Just gotta make my way over, make sure the screen changed correctly. Okay, hopefully that worked. Let's see. Why is the game muted? Oh, right. I actually just like full on muted the game. So that way I don't didn't mute notifications as well. Because if I just muted desktop audio, I wouldn't have been able to hear... Actually, I wouldn't have been able to hear anything anyway. So I guess it didn't make a difference. I didn't have headphones in. So yeah, I should have just completely muted desktop audio. Okay, do I actually... Speaking of headphones, do I actually have them connected properly for once? Oh, look at that. I did. Oftentimes, whenever I start up Factorio, I forget to put my headphones in, and also forget to change the audio device to my headphones, so like it's doubly bad, and then there's absolutely no reason I should be able to hear the game. Okay, it looks like I want to make better productivity on novice. I don't quite know what that means. Better productivity on novice. Was that me wanting to produce more resources or make prod modules? I feel like prod modules make sense. Or maybe I just wanted to start upgrading things. Wait, why am I here? Is this done? I think I finished setting this up, right? This is the Beryllium planet. And then unless I get tier 2 speeds everywhere, I can't really do anything to improve it. I think about prod mods and untangling spaghetti. Untangling spaghetti doesn't sound like me. It sounds useful, but it doesn't sound like a goal I would actually have. Well, I guess I did want to untangle spaghetti on the moon. You can't. It was worth a try. You can't convince me to untangle my spaghetti. We have dug this grave and we are gonna lie in it. Okay, so apparently I need a landing pad. What's the landing pad? Oh, because I haven't set up a cargo delivery yet. That makes sense. This is so little beryllium. Why is beryllium processing so awful? Are there more beryllium things I can mine? Like I honestly thought this would be a fair amount of beryllium. But then, it turns out that it mines, is that 4 times slower? Is the base rate 100%? So yeah, I imagine 4 times slower than regular resources. Yeah, we either need a bunch of speed 2s sent over here, which we might be able to do. Like we could probably throw speed 2s into the next shipment. What else? We could get a beacon up here. And then this isn't fully finished. So we can get a couple more mines on this section. Yeah. Well, I'll set them up, and then as long as we remember to send them over, we'll eventually get these, so that will help a bit. Not a ton, like this just doesn't have as much beryllium as I wanted. So there's only so much I can do. But yeah, we could get we can somehow squeeze a beacon in there, I think. Maybe? I don't really know where, it depends where these power poles are, but I think we could squeeze one beacon to power these 4 somehow. Or at least 3 of them, and then one beacon to power these. Let's see, is iron ore? Ooh, is that useful? Probably not. Am I shipping iron? I could... Wait, I am shipping iron, right? I could totally mine iron and copper here. Why am I shipping iron and copper? Oh wait, I'm not. I'm only shipping iron. I think I just didn't know I had an iron mine. But that's okay. Having it shipped is much more consistent anyway because we have a more stable production on other planets. Oh, well. We can eventually get more beryllium. Not a ton more. Actually, no, we can double it. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time to fill the rocket. I think I think it would be best if I had another thing on this planet. Like if I also shipped water ice, like that could be good. Because we do have water ice. And then I believe we have some more we can mine. It's a bit far away. Ooh, it's real far away. Like if we just directly shipped water ice, that would be good. Or beryllium. There's a lot more over here. I really want this to produce more. Because I don't think we have enough here to really be able to convert all of our rockets into it. Maybe I guess I could start with a smaller goal. Like maybe I don't need to convert all of my rockets right now into beryllium rockets. Maybe I should start with a more manageable percentage. Like there is a way I could set it up to use both. Like the high priority ones will be beryllium, and then if I have extra resources or I run out of beryllium, we can have a second set. They'll use more beacons, but and assembling machines, but it's not a bad option. Yeah, it looks like I wanted to. Yeah, it's looking to me like I wanted to improve all of these like prod threes. Although, I don't know, I converted a lot of them. Better productivity on novice. For what? Why didn't I specify more? Maybe I thought I would play it sooner, but then I got addicted to Suika games, so then we didn't play it yesterday. And then we had one more day to be confused. Honestly, that could be it. That could 100% be it. And then I'm not producing nearly enough vulcanite, so we need more vulcanite, like a lot more vulcanite, if I want to be able to produce more prod threes, because we produce like one per couple minutes, which is nothing. I mean, it'll eventually give us some prod threes, but if we ever want to make prod fours, this will not cut it. I also need better efficiency modules and better speed modules. So how can I make these? Cryonite processing units. Okay, so efficiency threes are viable. Oh, and very good actually. 100% energy. That's really nice. Speed modules. Speed threes are. Do we have speed threes? No, but I do have speed threes. So, or speed twos. I feel like I could do speed threes pretty easily though, and just limit it to like one stack instead. There we go. Okay, so what did speed threes need? They needed big electric motors and they needed processing units, right? Yeah, we can get both of those. I think I remember now because I wanted to do speed threes somewhere that was close to both belts, and it turns out that we had like a good spot here and a good spot here, but not a good spot for both. So that complicates it a bit. Although I think blue chips look like they're pretty close by, right? Yeah, like we can get blue chips pretty easily. We can even use a filter inserter, I think would work. That way we don't have to use a splitter. Not sure what side of the belt this will go on. I think it'll be fine. Okay, and then that's definitely not what I want. Speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, perfect. Okay, and then big electric motors. I keep thinking these are big electric motors, but that's just lube barrel. They're the same color, but they don't look anything alike. Okay, these, nope. Once again, also lube barrels. Where are the other options? Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh, that's actually really close. I thought it would be a lot farther. Okay, well it's a very ugly spaghetti way to get. Oh wait, that's not the right spot. That is definitely not the right spot. Those were prod threes. Okay. Still very easy. They're actually not that far from each other. So we can send this up, blah, 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 and will a long inserter work? Not really. So what are the other options? If I send it straight through, that also doesn't work. I don't know what side of the belt they're on. I think this will work. It's definitely not the greatest solution, but let's see, these are on the outside. That means they're here. That means they'll get side loaded. Okay, that works. Definitely need, I need to fix this base. I really should, I really do need to switch over to trains or something. Or even like a megabut. Honestly, anything that isn't this. The spaghetti is making it really hard to expand our base. But I also like the spaghetti, so that's why I haven't fully wanted to abandon it. But it is definitely a little bit problematic. I have no idea what this used to be, so we'll delete it. I know that's a bit of blasphemy, though, to say we might need to give up spaghetti, so I don't really want to do that. What about... What is this limited by? Because I feel like I am not getting nearly enough vulcanite, and I don't know why. I am limited by enrichment, the enriched stuff. Okay, is that doable? Do I have speed mods on this planet at all? Because I feel like that would be a very easy fix. Let's try it. Let's see what happens if I just insert speeds. It says I have none. Wait, it says I have... Okay, I have like 2. What doesn't need speed mods? I feel like these don't need speed mods. That will help. Because like, oh, this stone is backed up. That is that's not good. Wait, why isn't it backed up? Or what? I guess, oh, wait. Are these full? What am I limited by? Steel, maybe? Huh. How's our meteor oh, that's a lot of meteor defense installations, though. So I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing that it's backed up. Because the whole purpose of this is mostly to get me meteor defenses. Where are these going? Oh, these are going into LDS. Oh, these actually could use some more stone. Because these don't look very backed up. So I think what I could do is send excess all the way back up and hope that I have enough belts for this, please. Well, that might create a loop if I do that. I'm actually just going to sideload it here and call it good. Because this probably won't back up. This will take ages to back up. Yeah, I think that'll work. Because like once we burn through this chest of stone, honestly, these do not produce much stone. It was just because our distribution was bad. Okay, so these have... They don't really have speed mods yet, but they work a little bit better. Can I get more centrifuges? How do I check the logistic network? What do we have? Let's search centrifuge. Okay, so I could just expand the centrifuge. That's an option. And then this can be moved a little bit. Let's see, is there a better way to do it? See if we can get more out of it that way. Because now I think we can just copy this a few times. I don't know if this actually tesslates, because it's not well made. Yeah, I don't think this tesslates at all. I 100% connected the splitters incorrectly, so now I don't really know what kind of pattern I was looking for here. Is there even a pattern? What is this? What is this design? Maybe I can copy this one. Does this work? I can't tell. I think it works. This side load isn't supposed to be here, but I think this works. I have no idea why I have so many long inserters, but I clearly had a plan. Okay, yeah, this works. I just didn't copy the right things. Okay, that should do the job, assuming that we have enough belt throughput for this to work, which I think we do. Because these seem to be more crafting speed limited than anything. Will I have a steam bottleneck because of that? No, these don't need steam. They're producing steam. Okay. Yeah, this is still converting the steam more than fast enough. Compressing it back into water, so that way we don't lose that much water at all on the recycle. Good. I guess I do have a backup just in case this somehow gets full, but that shouldn't really happen. And I don't know if I need another assembler or another industrial furnace. I'm going to place one just in case. but I really don't think I'm going to be limited by this. And then where can I connect the crude? Guess I can connect it here. I didn't really make this something that can be tessellated. But I mean, this should work. This should work good enough. Okay. That's on the wrong side. Is that because I messed up, or is it just because I cut a bunch of belts? I think it's just because I cut a bunch of belts. These don't have inserters or speed modules. Okay. That is bad. Do I have access to iron? Like, can I just make an inserter somehow? And a filter inserter? Like, how difficult would that be to set up? Surely it's not that tricky, right? Okay, these are limited by batteries. That's fine, though. Yeah, I think that's totally fine that those are limited by batteries. Because we have a surplus, like we've produced 400 of them. Minus all the ones that plus all the ones we've shot off since then. So yeah, I think we definitely have a surplus there. Can we get, can I make inserters without having to go to this planet? And it might complicating things by avoiding it. Is there something else I can send instead? Like, how's the water supply? Like, this is getting shipments of water, but if I really wanted to, I could just deliver more water. What else does this planet need, though? I mean, I at least... You know, I am getting more. I am definitely getting more out of this. Which is not really what I expected. Like, I ran out of long inserters, but I still did slightly increase my production of vulcanite. It's just not nearly as much as I want. Is there anything bad happening over here? No? Okay, it looks like we have enough solar power. What else can I do to improve this planet? I don't think I can really do much. I mean, I'm backed up on vulcanite. So this could get me more of the speed mods that I need, right? Because these are pretty much entirely backed up. So that'll increase the centrifuge rate. We still need long inserters. Is there anything I can delete or maybe remove long inserters from? Like, this doesn't need the double long inserters, right? This one does. Is that why it's in every single one? Because I had to design the first one slightly weird. I honestly think that is why. And that made me waste a long inserter for every single one of these. Okay, so that gives me some long inserters back. Do I have enough? And I'm also missing filter inserters, so those actually leave a lot to be desired. These might have enough input. They definitely have enough output, right? I can't believe... This feels so dumb. I'm sitting here trying to recover like every long inserter I can. Because we just do not have enough on this planet. It's the stingiest thing I've ever done. And then if I move this up, we could replace these with fast inserters. And then there we go. Okay, long inserter problem solved. Perfect. I think. A filter inserter, still a problem. But we do have fast inserters, right? So maybe I can place something here. Put a fast inserter. Please have circuits. Yep. Perfect. Hello, bye-bye. Welcome, welcome. Okay, this worked. Okay, I think we solved all of our problems without having to go to this planet or send it a delivery, a building rocket. I don't know if I request petroleum. Wait, do I need to request petroleum? I don't think so. I think I do. I think I get petroleum from elsewhere. Oh yeah, these are just backup. I think. No? Or maybe I just use so little that I haven't worried about it. Oh yeah, never mind. That's it. We just don't use much. Okay. Water is good. Barrels are not good. I think this needs to run faster. Or maybe I think we're just going through a shortage right now. Or we're still burning through the surplus. Yeah, that should be fine. These don't seem to be using as many barrels as it's recycling. It's just a slow recycling process. Okay, and those need a power pole, and there we go. We're missing a single speed module. And the only reason I put efficiency modules in that one is so that way it stops blinking and saying I need speeds. There we go. One completely mismatched one just because I think it's ugly. And now I don't have nearly enough vulcanite again. So is that a good thing? I don't know. I'm sure once it backs up, it'll be better. Well, it's definitely going to take a while to back up. Yeah, I think that'll increase our production a little bit. Is there anything I can increase to like a better belt? Probably not. Yeah, it does not look like it. But that's okay. Yeah, we're definitely 100% belt limited here. Not ideal, but I mean, what can you do? Yeah, until these back up, I am going to get absolutely no more resources out of it. If I had done double long inserters and had vulcanite on both belts, I think that would have been better because we could have had a higher throughput. Or if we outputted sand onto a different belt, had vulcanite on this one too. Lots of options that I didn't go with, but that's fine. I think it's going to start, yeah, they're starting to back up again. It's almost like if you do enrichment and you replace literally every single resource, or if you enrich every single resource, you have a problem, which should not be a surprise, but definitely not something I was planning for. Oh, that's there. And now it's backed up and it's working perfectly fine. Okay. I can't imagine this will be enough vulcanite though. I want to produce as many of these as I can fit here. So can I just copy this? Yeah. Like if I can fit more, I'm going to place more. And I know this is wasting some pipes, but honestly, it's not a big deal. Oh, I did not copy the petroleum gas pipe. There we go. Okay. So this won't really work until we reconnect it, but yeah, this this is not a successful design. Also, there's coal over here. Oh, this is just me burning anything I have that's surplus. I remember that. So that way these could keep running. Okay, that's not a problem though. Right, like they prioritize this if it can, and if not, it just gets burned. Yeah, okay. Vulcanite, still good. What is it missing? Nothing. Oh wait, that's space belt. It's definitely missing space belt. Vulcanite's expensive. I see now why people are saying we're saying early you can never have enough vulcanite. Cause that is definitely true. I didn't have a use for it outside of science for so long, but now that I'm using it for something other than just production science, you just use it. You just use it up for everything. I don't know if I need these. I feel like I don't need these. I still don't know what they do. Like, I know they make your rocket more safe, but like the odds are so low. I just don't see much of a reason to waste resources expanding it right now. Okay, as research stalled, I can't tell. I won't be able to tell because we don't have any astro science. Okay, vulcanite is working a lot better now, though. I think we're going to start running into issues where we're actually going to run out of the delivery capsules, but at least that's a new bottleneck. Now we have this huge belt of vulcanite that's gonna This is where all of our vulcanite's going, honestly. We have to back up like 4,000 vulcanite on that belt before we start to actually back up vulcanite in that chest. Copper is good. Can I expand this, or do I need to expand it? I don't think so. Okay. Well, we have speed 2s. We have speed 3s, technically. Oh, wow. These produce a lot faster than I thought. Should I? I feel like I should upgrade these to speed 3s. Using an upgrade planner, so that way it doesn't just kick them out. Speed 2 to speed 3. Will that help us? Probably. Although there is a possibility that it's just going to make the energy cost way too high. I feel like I could have had it. Oh wait, these aren't... Are these speed limited? No. No, we're casting machine limited right now. Which means speed 3 should probably fix that. That'll make it that we consume a lot less copper ore. Because right now our copper situation is very unbalanced. Most of our copper is still using regular smelting, not the fancy cheaper smelting. Also, why am I just chilling on this planet? I don't really know why I'm just chilling on the asteroid belt for this. I think I was hoping that maybe I could expand this before I left, but honestly, yeah, this planet's doing just fine. And it's going to take a while to fly back. I might as well start heading back. Novice orbit. Do I want to ride this rocket? No, I do not. Yeah, this is such slow beryllium processing. How far is this? Oh. Huh. How do I do that? I guess that's not that much. That's only 2,000 belts. Or a train, but we don't have access to the train. So that's like 2,000 belts. 2,000 belts is not a ton. 2,000 space platform. I mean, okay, it is all very expensive, but it is something we could technically afford if we really wanted to. And it's really the only way to get more beryllium, so I don't think I really have a choice. Let's start building it out and see where it goes, because I feel like it's really the only next step. Because it doesn't seem likely that we'll be getting space trains anytime soon. Mostly because I don't really know how they work. And they use a very expensive resource that I do not have. So we're just going to fly in a straight line as far as we can go. And then... Was that a straight line? I felt like I was not a straight line, but we're good. And then we started back up again. We could actually, if we really wanted to, we could save a lot of space scaffold by using entirely undergrounds. But I don't think that I'm that hurting for resources. Because basically the option is to either have a solid belt or to have an underground belt, which uses 60% less scaffolding. But I don't know how the cost of scaffolding compares to the cost of underground. So I figured I might as well go with the one that's easy to design instead. Also, we can get methane ice over here, which it doesn't... I don't know if that's useful. It sounds useful. Like, it sounds like a way to get some kind of fuel. I just don't know if it's something I could do. Yeah, 2K scaffold. Yeah, it's not a ton of scaffolds. We're kind of poor, but in the grand scheme of things, it's definitely not a lot. It's more that we just need to get other resources as well. We really just need to improve our LDS production, so that way we can start making scaffolds like crazy. Although I think I'm going to run out. Oops. There we go. Well, we got most of the way there, right? Yeah, that's pretty close. I just wanted to see how much more I needed to bring. Because this beryllium will be great. Although it's going to be hard to work around the methane ice, which is kind of annoying. But we only have about 500 tiles more to go, which is not too bad. Belts, we don't really have any. We don't really have any belts. Also, power is going to be tricky to route here. Honestly, I think the easiest solution when it comes to power will just be to place more solar panels over here, because it's either that or I have to try to figure out how to route power all the way back, and I don't think big electric drills that will use up too much power. Yeah, we do have to go back to the other planet though. Or Novice. We do have to go back to Novice orbit to grab more space belts and more scaffold. And maybe mining drills. There's a chance that I accidentally put mining drills in Novice orbit. I don't think I did, but it would be very helpful if they happen to have that. Let's see, I wonder if I can get another rocket reusability. We are very limited on astroscience, so I feel like that's a hard no. But I also didn't think I had the 32 from last time, so maybe it's actually been working again. Like there's always that chance. Okay, now we fly back. Does this have anything I can use? Oh, this is all stuff that I was supposed to stay on Novice that we accidentally brought with us. That sounds about right. It's really nice. It's a lot faster to fly between Novice orbit and the asteroid belt now, because we didn't fix our energy production. Like we're still not producing enough, but we do have a slightly larger buffer and slightly more solar panels than when we first started. Because we used to have 3 and 6, and now we have 4 and 8. So it lasts 30% longer, and it also has 30% more base production, which is probably like almost twice the flight speed on average. Because we used to run out of power pretty much as soon as we click the launch button. And then when I reached the steady state of having no more like surplus power, we lost a lot more speed as well because we only had 3. I might be able to get another solar panel somehow in here. Like if I move this Roboport, I could probably get another accumulator or another solar panel, but we don't really have solar panels, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, let's go look on Novice, or is that a problem? No, we don't go to Agony anymore. That's totally fine. We just decided to abandon it. Oh wait, I just remembered. I need to set up a meteor defense on the asteroid belt, don't I? Unless it's covered by something else. It can get meteors, right? How can I tell? Generate service, ruin, cargo, visit in person. Is it just safe to assume that everything can be hit by asteroids or meteors? Because I think I've seen meteors hit it before, but I've never actually seen it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Most of them miss. I guess because it's such a large area. But like, I don't want to accidentally have that one meteor hit like our rocket directly. Like that's not a risk I really want. But it looks like we could probably unload them over here. They'll take up a lot of resources. But I think we could automate the meteor batteries to them. Let's see, how are these going? I think, well, also I need to send speed 2s up to this planet if I ever want to increase my beryllium production. Because it's definitely looking like I don't have enough production if I do happen to get a little bit more beryllium. Because these are barely holding up as it is. I think we're working at about 80%. Well, let's see. 2 is 66% capacity. And a little bit is going through here. Oh, but this doesn't have full uptime. So yeah, we're probably working about 50, 60% capacity. So never mind, there's a lot more headroom than I thought. Okay, and then I should have arrived. Good. Let's see if there's anything useful we can do here. You know, I just realized I don't have to ride this back. I can give it stuff and then have bots build things. Although that would require, what is that, 100? That would require like 50 roboports if I wanted to have bots build all the drills. So maybe that's not the plan I want. Okay, and then let's see if we have drills. I don't think I do, but we should be able to check. Drill. Yeah. Okay. New plan. We will instead, let's see, I believe we have a rocket going to the other planet. That's this one. This rocket's pretty empty, so we can request big electric drills. Like 50, we'll do speed 2s. Like 100? No, let's just do 50. Then some speed 1s. I don't think we need efficiency modules. And I feel like I need more power poles. I feel like I always need more power poles. Especially if we're going to be expanding the planet. That doesn't feel like enough. Not 1,000. 100 should be good. Oh, there was something else I needed. Oh, I needed battery thingies. But those ones I wanted to automate. So that means we also need meteor defenses. So let's see if we have those. Meteor defense installations. Let's see if we have 10. They were automated at some point, but I don't. Oh, wait. There they are. Still automated. Oh my gosh. Uncapped. That's fine. It only makes 40. Definitely not my intention, though. But yeah, 10 should be... I feel like 12. 12 is a good number. I'll definitely need more power for this. And then I needed to send batteries as well. I don't know if I curved that. I think I did. Okay, can I cut through here? Yes, barely. Cool. Oh gosh, these are so in the way of everything. Which is very, very much on brand, so I'm not surprised. There we go. Just cut through my whole base. That's not gonna be bad. And then I need to get it over here. Can it cut right through? Oh, look at that. It's perfect. I love it. Okay, these actually need a filter. You want like 30 on a vital flange planet anyway? Yeah, we need to figure out how to get vital flange. I forgot that's our next goal. Do they get more meteors or something? What makes them more necessary? Do I have enough cryonite? I think I have enough cryonite. Yeah, I think I'm producing plenty of that. They get biter meteors. Ah, okay. Yeah, biter meteors, you definitely want to make sure nothing gets through. What is our vital mines planet? Yeah, we have this one. It's the one that I plan to go to. Which I think is our next goal. It's better to overbuild and be safe. Yes and no. The problem with those is they cost so much energy that overbuilding can be bad. So unless you have an extreme surplus of energy, overbuilding can cause problems because we did that once and we completely lost our base. It was not good. But in general, yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, where do I send the requests? Where do I send the requests? I think I request them in the orbit. So that would be here? Yeah. We need meteor defenses. Yeah, as long as as long as I'm not sitting there with like 10% solar power production and no coal, like on my other planet that we lost, I think we'll be fine. But it was unfortunate, and now we just abandoned it. It's actually the planet that's about to be destroyed by the energy beam thingy. I decided to just give up and find a different planet because it was not it wasn't worth defending by that point. Okay, 200. That should be fine. I don't know how these don't have any of this junk. I might be able to recover some chests. Like, I could delete this chest and things probably won't break. Move that, and then same with this filter inserter I probably don't need. There we go. And then this is where we can put our meteor defenses. Also, did everyone else see the what is it, the Factorio facts today? The Friday facts? They sound fantastic. There are so many things coming with the expansion that are just going to be fantastic quality of life improvements. But the gist of it is that they're adding super forced building mode, I think is what they're calling it, which I think is a hilarious name. At least, yeah, I think it's something like that. But the gist of it is that if you like control shift click on like a blueprint or something, it's going to delete everything under it, not just like rocks and trees, but it's going to take that and apply that to any building. And it will also place landfill and stuff like that, which sounds super nice. But like the thing that finally forced them to do it is that it's going to be super important whenever, you know, you have a space exploration style mod to do. The angry ghost icon is kind of cute. Wait, did they have a special icon for it? I didn't see a spooky ghost icon. I was on my phone. Let's see, what is this? You need unbuilding landfill and the drone changes now. Oh yeah, the unbuilding landfill is nice. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Yeah, I didn't see that icon because I just clicked the email on my phone. I didn't see the cute little blog header. That's adorable. I hope that's the icon they actually use. But yeah, drone changes would be super nice for space exploration right now because my bots get lost a lot. No, which is not great. Okay, we need fast inserters. Could probably use more of that. Let's bring some steel chests. Space belt? I mean, I might as well. If I have any of this stuff, which I might, because I think I've accidentally unloaded them. Stuff like this onto this planet. I might as well bring it with me. Okay, so this, in theory, should be getting meteors. Oh, I didn't set it up right. How did I already break it? What did I do wrong? Wait. I wonder. Is that what I did wrong? Oh! Oh, I know what I did wrong. Right. Why did I do that like that? Okay. Can you do decimals in a combinator? Is that something that you can do? Can I be like 0.1? No. I think that's fine. Because we only multiply it by 45, so we just need like 4. Not easily. Okay. That's fine. We'll just have like 225 or something. So yeah, basically what went wrong. The way that I have this set up, I wanted to try something different where instead of putting the amount I request, I put the number of stacks I'm requesting. Or something like that. And where I put the stack size and it gives me 45 stacks. Which was not a good idea, I'm realizing. Because it means if I forget that I did it that way, like I did right now, I load like 500 of something onto a rocket. Fortunately, that's the only problem we had. But yeah, that is unfortunate. That's okay though, they'll get used. But yeah, we'll have 500 meteor defenses. Fun. Okay, and it is working now. Perfect. Okay, these are looking good. Okay, that'll empty. Okay, where are we? Before we realized we had a lot of things broken, what were we doing? We needed scaffolding and we needed belt. Do we have oh, we don't have 2,000 belts. We don't have any belts. I didn't think belt would be the problem. Wait, what's cheaper, belt or scaffolding? I don't actually know. Yeah, we're out of everything. Okay. I think this is why I said improve productivity on novice. Because I realized I'm poor and I don't have anything to make anything. Which it's starting to make sense now. Because I definitely don't have anything. For now, let's see, I can give it all of the belts, and then all of these, and then what else? I wanted to give it the scaffolding. Okay, so how do we fix this? What is wrong with our LDS production? I imagine we just don't have enough. I'll probably launch this. Probably could have checked to see if it needed anything, but that's fine. Actually, you know what would have been smarter? If I loaded this stuff onto this rocket, so then I could just fly, but that's okay. I need to send this rocket over anyway. But yeah, if I had loaded this onto this rocket instead, I could have just grabbed it and then flown it there myself, because I'm making a trip there anyway. I don't think these are prioed, so these are going to take a while to empty themselves. I really wish I knew what was going on. What is this rocket now? Okay, where's my LDS? Why don't I have any? Where is my LDS? Wait, do I have plenty? Is it just a matter of like I don't have enough on the planet? I think I should just increase my requirement. Considering we burn through it so much. Yeah, I think we have 2 chests worth. I could probably just say request twice as much. So let's do 4,500. I mean, the reason we have 2 chests is so we can request extra anyway. Yeah, I think that is our biggest problem. We don't buffer quite enough of it. I don't know why this doesn't have any petroleum. Is it supposed to have petroleum? I feel like it is. Are we not requesting petroleum? Or do we just use a lot of it? Let's see, where's my petroleum? Oh, wait. Yeah, we have petroleum. Okay. I imagine we just don't use a lot of it. And we probably, like, put it on... It's probably mostly just backed up on the chests. Backed up on the belts. So, yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so... If we... I'm thinking... We have a couple ways to do this. I might have this request a lot of belt. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I figured it out. I'm going to fill this rocket up, have this start requesting like the 2,500 belt we need. So we need this to have belts. And then hopefully, unless they get too full, but I think our container stress should be fine, we'll have this ship meet us on the asteroid belt. That's my plan. So belts, honestly, we need like 2,500, which is a lot. The logistic bots will be moving stuff for a while. We also need scaffold. But we only needed like, we had most of it. Let's bring another 1,000 though. It's always good to have scaffold. Honestly, 3,000 belt probably is fine. Okay. So that's going to take a long time, but hopefully this will eventually get what it needs. So we're going back to novice, so we'll ride this. Or we can take... Actually, should this be going back? How full does a rocket need to be for it to be worth it? Hello, Jamady. Welcome, welcome. If you missed it, I I fixed this base a little bit. It kind of. Now we just have one rocket that has like 30 resources within it, which is a terrible idea, but I like it a lot. So maybe fixed is the wrong word. Okay, this has a lot of cargo sections in it. This has a lot of cargo sections, which means I think I have more resources in here than I'll lose heading back. So I think I'll just take this rocket back. Or I can just leave this and I can take just the capsule. They're probably both valid options. It depends on how my inventory is. Cargo capacity, I think, should be fine. You once sent 2 stacks of modules with a rocket? Okay, well that's a lot. a lot of resources for 2 stacks of modules, but also I understand. I don't think I've done something quite that much, but I have sent a lot of like 10 to 20 item rockets, usually building rockets. When I realized I did not bring any inserters and I don't want to have to deal with it. You just mass production before venturing to space. Yeah, if I wanted to, I need to expand novice because right now it's we're struggling to produce enough rockets. Although it's starting to fix itself now. We're still struggling on some things, but now that I've switched over to prod 3s with speed modules and assembling 3s, things are definitely a lot cheaper. Like we made everything like 30% cheaper at least, which is a good start. This has too much on it. Okay, what did I want to do here? My plan was to go to here, hop on this planet, fly to the asteroid belt. Wasn't there something I wanted to do in between? I think I just wanted to clean up this planet while I was down here. Also, I need to improve my mall. And by mall, I mean my lazy bot mall. Cargo landing pad. There we go. I think that works. Limit it to, how much do these stack? 1? Let's limit it to 10. You got 52 rocket part assemblers chugging away? That sounds fantastic. I have 0. It looks like. Maybe 1. I might have 1. Oh wait, what are we out of now? Oh, we ran out of red chips. Why are red chips out? We keep having bottlenecks, and they keep changing. It's very hard to predict what's happening. Oh, I'm using processing units again because I just made like 20 meteor defense installations. That makes sense. Yeah, I need to just expand production. How can I do that? Do we have enough copper? What's a vanilla Factorio feature? Increasing, oh, being low on red chips? And just always having a bottleneck? Yeah, that's true. That's just the Factorio experience. I could increase, I could do this. I know this is a fairly lazy solution, but it does work. This will get us slightly more red chips. Definitely a very temporary solution, but it's a good start. Green chips need to be improved. I really just need more green chips. Am I producing enough? I think if I increase this belt all the way, we can definitely just do more green chip production. Like that is not that is an option now that we fixed our copper. Because I've kind of been putting it off because we were very low on copper for a while. Red chips? You mean green ones since they're used everywhere? Yeah, that's true. We are technically green chip limited, which is making red chips be limited. Like red chips are the thing I noticed, but it's because of green chips. So it all boils down to green chips. Yeah, I'm glad I did not rely on belt weaving for this base. I'm also possibly low on plastic. I can't tell because my oil build is terrible. Okay, I'm not low on plastic. If I run low on plastic over here, we'll just use more here. We'll produce more here. So yeah, we're fine on plastic. Okay, how do we fix green chips? Let's see. Um, I don't I don't think I want to try to figure out how to use this copper. So we're just gonna use another option, which is just called building splitting off of this, which is a much easier option because this is a mess. I don't know what this is. Okay. Can I move these? Yeah, they don't do anything. Okay, we'll make copper wire here. I want these to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Crude oil bottleneck is my current pain. Ooh, crude oil is rough. Especially if you just don't immediately have access to oil. Or at least if you don't immediately know where an oil is. Setting up an expedition to a 0% threat oil planet for dedicated oil refinement? Ooh. Is that worth it? How does that work? What do you ship? Like, do you just go there and, like, ship sulfur and, like, plastic everywhere? Or do you just straight up ship the barrels? This needs to be... What's it under? Where's the... There we go. Very good. Okay, that gives me copper. I think these need to be expanded if I want this to actually work. Because these are definitely going to run out of copper. Worse, petroleum barrels? Oh, those seem like the least dense thing you could ship. But also a very flexible thing to ship, so that makes sense. Because then you only have to ship petroleum, you don't have to ship plastic and sulfur to every planet. I like it. I mean, I guess if you have enough reusability, rockets are fairly cheap, right? Like the main cost at that point when you have near 100% is probably going to be just light oil. And if you're on an alien planet like that, you don't need light oil. You'll be refining the plan right after dinner. Okay, hear me out. What if instead you just ship crude oil? Unless that's what you mean by petroleum. Because then you don't have to do any processing on the planet, and the planet can just be 5,000 pump jacks and nothing else. Which would be a fun planet. Does this work? You can use light oil for rocket fuel. Ship rocket fuel by rockets itself. Then you only have to produce rocket fuel on one planet. I like these options. I think we're onto something. It's just an entirely like a. It is. Just oil planets are the future. Also, where can I get these bricks? Oh, I can just steal from here. That's not a problem at all. The only problem is I don't have a splitter. Where can I get a splitter? It's really not great not having them on my hotbar anymore. You actually do have a rocket providing rocket fuel? Nice. I have one of those. Although it's probably not nearly as useful as yours. But I do have one of those. Will this work? Yes. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. Cool. Oh, wait. That's what I wanted. Okay, and this will produce stone tablets for me. Yeah, that's fine. We can waste a little bit of space, right? I actually don't know if I have to worry about making it double-sided, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, we'll just use the space. We have plenty for easy installment. Yeah, I need to start using dedicated rockets somehow. I don't want to like keep expanding and making I don't want to have like a bajillion rocket silos, but I think I just need to accept that's the future. Because that would be a lot easier to set up than having, this for every planet. Although I do like this. I really do like this rocket. We also have yet to automate a rocket because I haven't decided what resources I need to prioritize. So we just instead haven't automated anything. So I've just been manually sending rockets every time they seem low. I think I need to put them on a timer. I feel like that would be reasonable. Also, this is way less space than I was expecting. Also, this is not right. There we go. I kind of forgot that copper and iron, or copper and tablets don't need to be on the same side. There we go. This is what I wanted. You have dedicated manufacturing pipelines that input ingots and basic stuff like plastic and creates outputs for trains and rockets. Oh, trains are also something that I think would help. I really need to start using them. But I haven't... I feel like I definitely keep postponing it. Which is detrimental. 100%. But like, what if I just don't use them? Sushi rockets to orbit is good because you'll need random things like trains and yellow mags for science. Like, wait, what? You need yellow magazines for science in space? That's fun. Like one build for blank data cards, all petrol liquids, rocket cards, parts packed. Sounds a lot more efficient than what I have. Mine is just pain of trying to understand where anything goes, which is great, but I will admit, it's a little bit hard to follow what's going on in my base. Just a little bit. Okay, I think that works. Do I want prod mods in this? I might as well put prod mods in it. Prod 2s. Oh my gosh, it keeps zooming out. I don't know if I need to use a different... Wait, can I just use this? I need to try the non-simplified version, because I think the simplified version of this mod is more confusing than it should be. The material science is a pain, like collision data with 1K scrap per product. Data in general is something I'm really struggling with. I don't know if you've seen my Astro Science, but it does not run well at all. I would like to improve it, but at the moment it's real bad. Let's see, 8. Okay, that works. I think that'll give me a pretty significant increase to my circuits. I wasn't actually doing any math. I just kind of kept making it longer, so I hope it's good. I mean, honestly, any increase has got to be pretty significant, because we almost have enough. We just need a little bit more to be, like, golden. Okay, and then this needs an extra power pole. I feel like efficiency mods or a beacon design... Honestly, I need to start using beacon designs. Oh yeah, these are totally fine. I guess it doesn't help. I did drastically decrease their build speed. Let's put a beacon. Can I put a beacon? Not really. I mean, I could. Yeah, these definitely probably shouldn't have had that many prod 2s. Let's do prod 1s instead. I feel like the prod 2s lost way too much build speed. Or I could put a speed module in them to compensate. But definitely don't need the prod 2s, considering I'm not resource limited at all. It just seems like a waste. Yeah, this is our... Let's see, where is it? Wait, oh man. I keep changing the pins because the button that I want to press to switch between pins is actually the button that changes the pin. It's not the one... I need to like go into the controls sometime and actually swap those. Okay, these are almost done. That's good. So we should be able to meet up with it soon. Yeah, this is my Astro Science. It is terrible. It is incredibly limited by telescope speed right now, which I think is also limited by coolant. Unless I could get a beacon up here. But I think we're out of beacons. I'm actually not sure. I remember being out of beacons at some point, but maybe that's not true anymore. But yeah, I do not have nearly enough telescopes for the amount of astroscience I want to make. Because I think we're getting like 1 astroscience an hour. It's pretty bad. Astroscience. Let's see. 94. We have made 94 astroscience. We're not even getting... We're getting half of one per minute? That sounds high. I don't think it's that fast, is it? I can't believe I considered 0.5 high, but like, we're really not producing enough. Okay, I think this will work. Do I have any more telescopes? That's the problem. Okay. Can I make a telescope? What does a telescope cost? Can I convert one of these? No. Okay, well, okay, that's fine. We'll be going back there soon anyway. So basically our goal, we take this rocket, and then this is ready to ship, right? Yeah, it has almost enough. So we'll take this, head over to the asteroid belt. There we go. I probably should have checked. Okay, it's fine. I didn't expect things to change, but it could have been bad if it did. Okay, and then we'll meet up with that on the asteroid planet. Is it possible to make a good space base until space rails? Yeah, space rails seem useful. So, but I mean that's implying that you think I'll also use space trains when I will barely even use Earth trains. But yeah, that's fair. Everything is kind of rough as it is without good transport. Like the thing that I'm about to make with beryllium is gonna use like 3,000 belts. It's so awful. But I think it's a necessity. Or not a necessity, but I would like to improve this design, and beryllium will help with that. I hope I was ready to launch. I also hope I'm in the rocket. I didn't actually double check. You cheated and lowered robot attrition? Yeah, robots help a lot. But I mean, if you can't tell on my bases by now, I'm not a huge fan of using logistic bots for anything other than like mall stuff. But I don't like using them for sciences and junk. Okay, we got these. I wish I had brought bots. We have some though. And then meteor defenses, cool. Oh, do I have? Oh, I don't have that much process fuel. I can use. You can use solid rocket fuel, right? That works. I think so. Wait, is rocket fuel better? Yes. Why have I not been using rocket fuel? Isn't it like better in every single way? I mean, I guess technically it uses more fuel, but it's 100 millijoules, so it's the same amount of density. Huh, yeah. I guess rocket fuel is what I should switch to. It's faster, same density, but mostly faster. And I tend to have a lot more rocket fuel on me than I have of this stuff. Nuke fuel is even... It did not even occur to me that you could use nuclear fuel in your own jetpack. That's hilarious. That would last a while too, right? Like 1.2 gigajoules or something like that. That's a lot. Okay, can we get our rocket? Let's see. Are you here, Mr. Prospector? How do I click on the ship? There it is. Perfect. That sounds nice. I think we do get enough. I think we get enough nuclear stuff that we could actually do nuclear fuel. Like, we don't have a ton of nuclear production, but we have enough. It uses too much inventory space. It uses as much inventory space as the other ones, though. Because, like, it's 1.2 gigajoules per slot, whereas rocket fuel is 1 gigajoule per slot, and processed fuel is also 1 gigajoule per slot. So it's 20% less space. Assuming that it's linear. I'm assuming the fuel value is how long it lasts. If that's not true, then that's all wrong. But I'm just assuming that that's proportional. Okay, where do I just realized a mistake. I don't have a place to put these. Or at least I don't have enough scaffolds. Or at least I don't think I have enough scaffolds right now to do meteor defenses, which is a problem. Not a huge problem. Well, I mean, it's not a great problem, but I think as long as we get a couple down, we'll last for a bit. And then bots will build for me. Perfect. How's our power? Ooh, power is actually pretty bad. If I do any more of these, I'll need more solar panels. Let's see, I could replace those. Because I do have solar panels, right? Yeah. Yeah, I have plenty of solar panels. Okay. Yeah, we just need to start replacing these small ones with the flat ones because they're a little bit more space efficient. And I don't want to brown out my asteroid base. Well, it wouldn't brown out, but we could lose our defenses. Because you need, if I want to have 12, which is apparently what my goal is, I wanted 12 asteroid defenses, but that requires you to have 60 excess megawatts of power, which I do not have. At least not yet. I could probably get it, though, when I place all these solar panels, because we definitely have, solar panels. It's more that we don't really have space for them, because they're just kind of everywhere. Okay, well, that's not great. Did I disconnect the grids? Yes. I was like, that looks lower. I was very confused. That's the second time we've disconnected the grids like that. Okay, well, as long as it's going up, that's fine. Okay, now we need belts. And then I need to clear my inventory. I really should have cleared my inventory of novice stuff before I came here. Because this stuff is just gonna become trash forever. Like, what am I gonna do with 11 substrates or 32 frames? Like, none of this is very useful. Wait, what is this? Where did I get the Wait, where did I get a Tesla gun? Where did this come from? Oh, was it on the spaceship? We haven't really had to fight biters in a while, so I never looked at the resources I had. That's cool. It sounds cool, at least. It was in the spaceship. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, do I want to be doing this? Yeah, that's fine. I'll have to make another trip anyway. I didn't want to like clear my inventory, so I figured the amount of time it would take to just fly this twice would be less time than it would take to try to sort my inventory. It's your favorite of the 4 super guns because it doesn't do damage to friendly buildings. Wait, does the virus one do? Does the virus one do friendly fire? And by virus one, I mean the blob gun or whatever it's called. Because it sounds like it would only hurt living stuff, but I haven't really used it. It hurt me. I do know it killed me. Gigantic amounts. Okay, I figured it was a bioweapon that only affected biters and players. Okay, cool. Let's see how much we need. Oh wait, I brought big electric drills. Oh, cool. Also, I need to figure out what bio ice does. Hello, Derpy Moose. It's going all right. We're trying to improve our beryllium production at the moment. And by improve, I mean double it, because we are very, very short on beryllium. And I want to start making my rockets cheaper. And I hear beryllium is great for that. Or everything I'm doing is useless. One of those two. I'm sure it's one of those. At least one of those is correct. So where's this biogun? What is it called, a biogun? Bloat burst. Makes an infectious full of biosludge. That's crazy that that does damage. I mean, I guess the description is just kind of like for fun. Like, it's really just an acid gun. But I like to think it's like some kind of infectious parasite thingy. Even if it doesn't really work like that in the description. Okay, does this work? I think so. What does methane ice do? Is that something I should be mining? Methane ice. Okay. Methane gas. I can use solid fuel and methane to make process fuel. That's not useful. I can turn biosludge into crude. Don't know if that's useful. I can make methane ice. That's not useful. Nutrient gel. Okay, that sounds like something that's necessary for like a science or something. Or a pressure vessel. Or naquium. Okay. Self-sealing gel. Okay, so it's just a science thing. I thought maybe that I would just be able to crack it into petroleum or something, but it does not look like that is the case. Or if it is, it's not as straightforward as I was expecting. Okay, can I just paste these? These are actually, yeah, this is decent. I think we have enough drills for this too. We don't, honestly, I'm not that picky about getting every single tile here. It doesn't bother me that much. I just want to get most of it. Well, we probably missed a couple of gaps here and there. But overall, I'm happy with this. Okay. So let's see if we can hook everything up. I mean, we don't have enough belts, but I really hope this is enough. Let's see, we need 200 belts here, some undergrounds. I still need beacons, but I think I'm just gonna delete the beacons and just drop speed mods wherever I can. Wait, how am I missing 4 mining? Oh, these are the ones over there. Oh, that's why they didn't place. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Okay, so my plan right now. Ooh, wait, what's this? Oh, that's like almost 1 million. That seems worth it. But yeah, I wanted to give this a separate power grid because the way I look at it, these are really, really far away from our base, and I don't want to drag a power grid 3,000 tiles while playing like Leapfrog or Lily Pads or some kind of stepping stone game. Because I just look at that and I was like, that does not look like it's worth saving a few solar panels to try to like figure out how to get power all the way back. And I don't, as long as we don't go crazy with speed modules, I think that we'll be totally fine to just power this separately. Although this is actually a pretty flat area. It might be worth it if I have some spare scaffold to connect them. But it's definitely not necessary, I don't think. Because basically, the way I look at it, it would be very nice to have this power also connect to my main base. Because my main base is a little bit lacking. And then we'll delete some of these power poles. Oh, those got staggered. That's fine. This is space doesn't need to be pretty, right? I don't see this spot very often. Which means that we can just make it as off-center as it can possibly be. See, 30 megawatts. That's plenty. I mean, nothing's connected to anything, but I'm sure it's plenty. Yeah, I won't be able to see the... I won't be able to see how much it's demanding until they actually can output, I don't think. Okay. What can we look at on the way back? Are there any sciences I have researched? Wait, I haven't researched... There are no sciences I have researched? Wait, how? What? Oh, they're not all in the top row anymore. Okay. I was like looking at it. I was like, how am I supposed to get new sciences when I can't build any? Okay, which is a good next one? Let's see. We have bioscience. If I do bioscience, that hmm, bioscience and prod 4s use the same stuff. So if I go towards bioscience, I can also get prod 4s. I don't know how important those are. Let's see, what are the other options? Energy science pack. That also uses holmium. I think holmium was... I think I wanted holmium for something. No, iridium. Wait, which one uses heat transfer? Which one makes better heat pads? Iridium. Okay. So I'm thinking material science then. Because the way I look at it, holmium I don't have a use for right now. Like it is useful, but I don't personally have a... I don't have much in mind that I would use it for. On the other hand, iridium I can use to make, I think they're like 8 times cheaper. Like it's pretty significant. Like you can use it for cheaper mirrors, like much cheaper mirrors. You can use it for much cheaper heat shielding. I think those would be massive savings, almost more than the amount I save on beryllium by using beryllium rocket parts. Because it's like, it's a really good recipe. Although it also comes down to how hard it is to process. How hard it is to process iridium. Like heat shielding uses 8 sulfur, 20 stone tablets, and 2 steel plates for 1 heat shielding. This produces 2 for 8 times less sulfur. So it's 16 times cheaper in terms of sulfur and 10 times cheaper in terms of stone tablets. And it doesn't use steel, it uses iridium instead. So that just sounds cheap. Energy 2 is really big, and so is material 2. I haven't looked at the tier 2 techs yet, because the idea of them terrifies me, because it just sounds so expensive. I don't know if they're really that expensive, but they feel like they'll be pricey. Because like the tier 1s are already incredibly expensive, and then you like double that. Do I have enough scaffold to build another row? I don't know if I do. Tier 2 is not a huge step up from... Oh, okay. That is very reassuring, actually. Because it's just... Like, it was 100% a guess. It just sounds like something that would be a lot more expensive. So that is good to know. I think this is fine, right? Yeah, I think we have plenty of power. As long as this is going up, we have more than enough to maintain them. Found you once you have tier 1 going to tier 2 is easy. Okay, that's good to know. Two people are reassuring me that that it's not too bad. Although it's probably bad if I produce as little as I do. So I need to really start upping up my expansions. Or I really need to up my build sizes. But yeah, that is good to know. Actually, let's just look at it. Which is one I made recently? Astro Science. Like, what if I look at Astro 2? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. That's basically, aside from the aeroframe poles, this one is basically just the cost of 3 Astro Science packs. Well, plus this stuff. So yeah, it doesn't, not too bad. I mean, the data, I don't know how the data is comparable. Yeah, it definitely is. Doesn't look as scary as I thought. It's the same concept, but like expanded a few times. Wait, why are these in my trash slots? Also, though, looking at the astroscience, we we are not good. We do not have enough telescopes. I mean, we're already struggling to produce astroscience with my 3 telescopes, and I'm looking at something that needs so much more. Don't know how I'll fix that. I think really I'm just going to fix it by copying it like 4 times, but I need to automate it somehow. Also, is that a bot? Wait, what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you behind. Wait, what happens? Does anyone happen to know what happens to your bot if you leave the planet? Like if he's following me and I just like get in my ship and leave, does he just disconnect and go to the nearest construction grid? Or does he just despawn? Oh, is that good? I think that's fine. What is that beeping? I don't like that beeping. Sad. It goes to the nearest grid, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I figured that was the most likely option, but I could see it just like coming with you because Warptorio, I think, had trouble with that, and it just made it that the bots teleported to you wherever they were. Do I have a splitter on me? I do. Okay, I was like, there's no way I forgot a splitter. Okay, so how much power do they have? Oh, plenty. We could give them lots of speed mods. Maybe not this many speed mods, but we'll try. Okay, now we can give them speed 2s as well, right? Oh, well, no, that maxed it out. Okay. That's fine. This is still a sizable chunk. I'll actually have to remove some speed mods or start using efficiency mods if we want to connect the rest of them. Yeah, I need to start connecting efficiency mods. Because even if these cost 80% less, we still are going to yellow out our power. There we go. I really like the efficiency 2s. This is my first time using efficiency 2s. I've just been using efficiency 1s. These are like a huge step up. Like a much larger improvement than, say, going from like prod 1s to prod 2s. Okay, I can work with that, and then time to just start replacing random efficiency modules, I guess. How are there so many belts missing? Did I not copy it right? I think I didn't copy it right. Which makes sense. Yeah, I think I do. This is like the 5th time I've done that. Every single time I make a set of mining drills to copy, I always copy the belt a little bit too short. Which means these probably have that same problem. Yep. Everywhere does. Okay. Power is low. I don't have enough. Is that fine though? I mean, we don't have anything else on this grid. So it's not really an issue if these produce slower. But I figured I might as well recover the speed mods if they're just going to be a waste. Especially the ones that don't have efficiency mods in them. Get this back. Let's see what else. There we go. Power is better now. Yeah, no point increasing the power cost by like 40% if we're not going to get anything extra out of it. And I think it actually decreased our production. Wait, what's still blinking? How is that? Wait, how? Okay, I'll have to check on that. I could have sworn that I put mining drills into a chest for bots to build that for me. But they didn't, so don't know what happened. This is still missing a beacon somehow. There we go. There we go. Okay. And now we have beryllium on us. And now we have this beryllium, so we should be able to just follow it back, and it will be really obvious if we missed a belt, because I wasn't paying attention. I think we... I think we missed a tile somewhere where there is like a rock. But I might have cleared it. In my mind, there were 3 that I missed, but I only fixed 2 on my way there. On my way to add the drills. Also, I don't know why this keeps happening. Something about my energy shields and flying, like it's like the drag is destroying the shield or something. I don't know if that's really what's going on, but it tends to freak out whenever I fly. It made sense on novice. I feel like it makes less sense here. Like, what am I hitting? Really small rocks? I guess it is an asteroid belt. I could be hitting really small rocks that float on water. It's a mod setting? Oh, wait. If it's a mod setting, I'm just gonna turn it off. 0%? Cool. Because, like, I've never felt it removed my shields. It's just the jittering was bothering me. So I'm just gonna disable it. Thank you. It's so much nicer. Because I don't think it's once changed the outcome in battle. Like, there has not been a point where it's changed how a fight has gone because we ran out of energy shields. But it does make it flash like crazy. This is not right. Why is that not right? Did we accidentally destroy logic at some point? The main use of shields late game is tanking drain hits. That's so true. Wow, these do not build fast. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I have a single fast inserter. Okay, why do I have... I wonder if those were put in before I put the logic. It's possible I hadn't limited this yet. Also, why does this have a space capsule filter? Is this supposed to be attached like this? I guess it doesn't matter. It's a weird way to do it, but I guess it's fine. But why does it have different filters than these? Huh. Was this intentional? I can't tell. I feel like it wasn't. Or maybe I had an idea for it later. I don't remember what it was. I think I wanted to do that for something to do with automating the rocket, but then I decided against it, so now it was just now it was like a half functional filter. Yeah, I would explain why we sent so many though. Because if it was getting a separate set of numbers, it wouldn't really work. Okay, is there anything I can leave here for expansions later? Yes. Although I don't think this really needs expansions, but I might as well leave stuff just in case. Although I feel like I am still beryllium limited. I won't be able to tell for a while. Actually, it's pretty close. But if I had to guess, we're still going to be beryllium limited, but like slightly less beryllium limited. Because this is about... Let's see, we placed 20 drills or something over here. Oh, 40 drills. We might have actually doubled our beryllium output. That's actually pretty solid. Okay, and then I had another plan. I think I wanted to ride this. Assuming I left everything of importance. Yeah. Then I wanted to ride this one back to novice orbit, making like a really, really weird loop. And then while we're taking that trip, we can figure out if our green chip production worked. Because we never checked on it. We just assumed it would be fine. And honestly, it seems fine. Is this the perfect ratio? This is almost the perfect ratio with prod mods in it. Nice. It's like it's like before the prod mod buff, but with yellow assemblers now. Although a beacon build with actually like prod twos and threes would definitely be better than having like the perfect ratio with prod ones, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, how is our... Ooh, copper is low. Are these upgraded to the wrong thing? How do I not have 70 speed twos? Hello, Alexis. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to fix a lot of bottlenecks on my main planet right now because everything is just not producing for so many different reasons. It's an adventure. Okay, what are we limited by now? Okay, now we're not casting machine limited. I actually need more. No, I actually need more of these of all things. That's unexpected. Is that an easy fix? I think so. I think this is not going to be the right ratio, but it's a good enough ratio that I can work with it. Then input, input, and then we just copy this down. Okay. I don't know why I didn't just copy the inserters with this. Or I don't know how I missed that. There we go. Much better. Okay, so why am I not producing... Why am I not producing speed 2s? Is it because of the green chip shortage? Wait, oh wait, is that... Did I run out of copper? Okay, here's my guess. This started consuming all my copper, which means this isn't getting copper, which means something along the lines making red chips is also not getting copper, so now I just killed something else entirely. Is that true? No, it's not. Okay. I don't, it seemed logical, but no. No, red chips are fine. Red chips are actually really good. Okay, so why are speed 2s not working then? Is it just because I requested like 200 of them? Oh, I see. We had 200, and then I converted them all into speed 3s, so I just burned through my backlog. Red chips aren't producing very well, though, so I mean, there is definitely a problem there. But why? Oh. Oh, I see the problem. These weren't supposed to have prod 3s in them. These were supposed to have prod 2s in them. That is an incredible speed loss. Well, is that an easy fix? I don't know. I decreased the speed of these to 20% and wondered why I'm low on red chips. Yeah, okay, it all makes sense now. Yeah, this wasn't set up correctly. This was supposed to be prod 2s. Okay, well, let's get those prod 3s back because they could go in much more useful machines than red chips, of all things. Red chips don't save that many resources. Uh, and I would much rather have those prod 3s be in something like LDS or, you know, an actually expensive recipe. Honestly, even heat shielding, I would prefer over them being in these. Okay, and now we can get a little bit more plastic here as well, because I don't think we're short on petroleum. There's possibly a timeline where I can get even more plastic. If I do something very weird like this, I don't think I need to. I think a beacon would be an easier solution. And then I need to see if I can beacon these. Actually, it would be really easy to put beacons if we just delete. If we just delete all the entirety of yellow science or blue science. I don't know what this is gonna do, but this is currently my plan. We'll keep some of it, but we'll replace it with yellow belts and beacons. Or sorry, yellow assemblers and beacons. And of course, we're getting attacked again. We lose a lot of bots on Novice. I don't really know what we lose them to. Okay, beacon. Let's see if we can beacon this build. Okay, we can do 4 assembly machines at a time. We're actually just gonna... We're gonna make this a blueprint real quick. And then replace it. Replace it after we get the beacons. And then an underground here could be useful, because we can totally fit a beacon in here. Beacon. That will power all 4. Perfect. And then we'll give it, honestly, just speed 1s would probably be fine for this. Maybe an efficiency module, because I don't know how much power I have. Let's do efficiency 2s. 1, 2, 3, and then a bunch of speed 1s. So that way power cost is pretty much completely eliminated. That did not work. I do not know how to use this mod. I really need to download the advanced version of the mod. I think it'll be easier to work with. Because this one, having the scroll button and the change prod button change prods or change modules be the same button, is very confusing. Maybe not confusing, but disorienting to constantly zoom in and out all the time. Yeah, disorienting is a good word. And then can we get prod 1, prod 2s in these? Actually, no, let's just do it this way. Okay, copy this. I don't know how many blue assemblers we need. I don't think we need a ton. This one won't work, so we'll just delete it. Put one here, input, input, output. Output, delete these, delete this. And now this is something we can copy. I think, right? Why doesn't this tessellate? How does this not tessellate? Oh, because power poles. Okay, yeah, this should work. I don't know why the blue science is staggered. Oh, because I moved this one up. That was a weird way to design it. That's just gonna confuse me. Not a huge deal. It's just a bit odd. Can't really see a pattern now. Okay, I think that'll work. We can leave that. Okay, yeah, no, everything still works perfectly fine. And then now I don't think I have to worry about carrying the blue science assembler anymore, because we should have plenty. Because blue science, we don't really use much of these days. And that should be enough. That should be plenty of beacons. I think that'll just... I think we should still have a net positive now. If not, it's an easy fix. Yeah, this should increase our blue science production still. Because we went from, I think, like 12 assemblers to 12 slow assemblers to 8 50% faster assemblers. So yeah, I think we have exactly the same amount of blue science. But now we have more red chips, which are using a lot of power. I'm very glad I put efficiency 2s, even with a minus 180% production. This is rough. Or sorry, consumption, energy consumption. And then I can put a beacon here. No problem. Might as well place one everywhere I can. Okay, so I'm really hoping that red chips start to level themselves out again. We won't be able to tell for a while. I also... Looks like it's backing up in some spots, but I think that's just because of weird bursting. I think on average we're not going to back up the belt, though. Just in case, though. I mean, it's a very easy fix. There we go. Now there's absolutely no risk of backing up the belt. Okay, and we've made it to novice orbit. Good, good. We can go in a random spot. That's why we have such a massive underground system, so that way we do not have to be accurate with our landing. This can be disabled. I do not want bots to fill that again. That had one specific purpose, and that was fulfilled. See, how's this coming along? We could use another rocket. And then I want to improve telescopes. That's my main goal. And then I'll probably call it for the day. But I should be able to build a few more telescopes, and we'll actually get astroscience for once, because we are making on average like 30 per hour. Maybe it's really bad. And we have a lot of techs that could use astroscience that I actually want. Wait, what is this? What? Wait. Bioscience gives you like a skill points? Wait, I can upgrade my player with bioscience? That is not expected. That's that's really cool. What's strength? Ooh, carrying capacity. I wasn't expecting to be able to like make my character some kind of like bio weapon. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Scrap, that seems to be good. Honestly, this space is not as terrible as I expected. It has flaws, but way less flaws than I thought. Can these use an efficiency module or speed mods? Yes, they can. Perfect. How's our power? Power is fine, although I could use an expansion soon. Oh wait, can I just put efficient speed mods in here? Well, that doesn't really solve our problem. Not completely, but it's a good start. Actually, yeah, that's a pretty significant start, isn't it? Like, that's 80% more right there. Is there like an imbalance? What's the ratio? 1 to 1 to 1 to 1? Is the crafting speed the same for all of them? 5.4. 5.8. Why is it so weird? Was one of these beaconed? Why are they different? 5.09? What kind of number is that? Are they scaled to something? What are these numbers? Okay, so it's not technically a 1-to-1 ratio, but I don't know if that's really, I don't think it's far enough away from 1-to-1 to really worry about it, because that's a variance of like 10%. It's just a very weird variance that I don't understand. Okay, this would be a good thing to replace with a telescope assembler. We don't really have a large enough mall up here right now to keep things uh, always running. They have a failure chance that's slightly different. Okay. I I did see the word failure. I didn't really understand, or like I saw a percentage. I didn't quite understand how much it mattered. Oh yeah, that does fluctuate a lot. Do those cancel out? Like if I divide those, do I get the same number? What is 5.09 divided by 0.85? Okay, so it averages to 6 seconds for that one. Okay, they average to about 6. Oops. 5.4 divided by. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So they end up being roughly the same. Although then you have the other variable, which is visible observation frames, which I don't know how significant those are. Do these also have weird numbers? No. Okay, so it actually looks like telescope-wise, you need slightly more of these ones, but only by like 20%. Okay, what else did I need here? By the way, let's see. We have the telescope. It needs glass. That's what we have this just for. And then I needed more assembly machines, which I think are easy to come by. Oh yeah, we have plenty. I think they're fully automated. Okay, they're not fully automated. I have to feed them per blue chips, but like I can bulk produce them pretty easily. Okay, well that I was trying to speed it up. Forgot we're gonna be inserter limited, so that doesn't work that well. Okay, maybe that'll help. Yeah, no. That's fine. How many did I make? I made 5 just now. Okay, that should be fine. That's gonna double my production. That's pretty significant. I'm still missing. Wait, what are those? Are those speed 1s? I'm very confused. Also, these are incredibly slow. I can't really tell because the number is covering it. It might be speed 2s. I think I'm just still low on speed 2s. And I probably will be until the speed 3s finish. Gosh, we still haven't gotten red chips? Yikes. This is bad. Oh, wait. Oh. Wow. Out of all the things I expected, I was not expecting the chest to be a bottleneck. I mean, we still are going to have a fairly low red chip production, but we're inserter limited. That's cool. I mean, I definitely prefer that over, being just red chip production limited, but not a problem I anticipated. Then we can upgrade that too. We need to upgrade the output. There we go. We could also skip the buffer. Would have been another option. Like I could do something like this. So that way if it is backed up, we can at least bypass it. Okay. So I need to rearrange the telescopes, which I think should be pretty easy, right? Actually, honestly, this setup isn't too bad. We just need some more. We just need some space. Also, I could use a beacon. I guess as long as I don't need to like beacon this setup, it's pretty darn easy to expand because we can just voila. It's fixed. We put a splitter, send it the other way. I mean, this is our docking station, but that's fine. We do miss the docking station. That's the important thing. And now I can copy this. Does this work? Wait, why do I still have regular pipes here? Yeah, whatever. Apparently I have not updated pipes on my hotbar, but I have updated belt, which is very confusing. Yeah, I mean, this will work. Is there a better way to do this? Definitely. Am I smart enough to do that? No. Can I... What side does this output on if I drop something like here? Okay, that'll work. That's a weird design, but it works. Okay, so we'll just have this fast inserter stay here for till the end of time. There we go. That way we don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to sideload stuff here properly. Which I think is just putting a band-aid on something, but that's fine. We live off of band-aids here. That's how spaghetti bases are born. I think I'm running low on fuel. Rocket fuel, let's see. Yep, I almost actually... Yeah, that would have been really bad. We have a grappling hook, so I hopefully would have noticed. We almost ran out of fuel at like a very bad point. Rocket fuel, let's start requesting like 2 stacks of it. So does it actually... How does that work? Does it last longer if it's 10 millijoules? I feel like it would have to. It just doesn't feel like that lasted as long as 2 stacks of processed fuel would. Oh wait, processed fuel stacks do 200, doesn't it? So I guess it does last half as long as processed fuel. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm dumb. It doesn't stack to 200. I just used to carry 400. And I decided to only bring 200 with me. Okay, we'll place these and we'll do another row. And I guess I'll just waste splitters. Because then I don't have to redesign this. I can just copy and paste it. and use a splitter, and then I don't have to think about things. Input, input, splitter. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I don't particularly like it because it's a complete mess. But it's very in line with how I do things. So I'm not surprised that this is how I ended up making it. Okay, and if I have enough power for this, which I should, these only use like 3 megawatts, this should be a pretty significant increase to my Astro Science production. So much so that these might actually need speeds in them now. And there we go. That's good. These are not being consumed that fast. Oh, because these are mostly limited on observation data. Okay, now we sit here and we watch and we realize we don't have enough cooling fluid. And then we have a completely different bottleneck. But fortunately, it's one we can fix with speed 2s. But honestly, this is looking pretty nice. These are backed up. Oh, wait, I'm mixing sides. I messed up something. I don't know what, though, but I definitely messed up a side somewhere. Something is side loading. Oh, I staggered. Okay, that would do it. We don't actually have outputs here. That's an interesting mistake. Okay, well, it's a very easy fix, at least. Yeah, we accidentally completely killed one of the observation sciences. Very glad that I actually checked to make sure this is working, because I don't always do that. Don't take my speed 2s, please. You don't need them. Do these use a lot of power? Not really, but I could give them efficiencies if I want. Yeah, everything looks pretty decent. Okay, so this is an 80% increase on top of 3 times increase. So that's like 5 times. Should I be getting 5 times the Astro Science from this? I think so, until I run into a different bottleneck. This definitely will not back up. This thing is a bit slow. What is that? What was that power spike? What do I possibly have that randomly will use 150 megawatts of power? I'm very confused. What could that have come from? Does rocket launch? No, we don't have automated launches. Where did that power spike come from? Or did it exist at all? Particle accelerator? Oh, wait, I have a particle accelerator. Right. 140 megawatts? Oh my gosh. Oh. Yikes. Okay, thank you. Does not help that I actually have a beacon on it, too. Wow, that is pricey. Okay. That's why I gave it efficiency modules, but then I completely counteracted those. Okay. 20 megawatts. That's way better. Good catch. I was increasing the cost of my most expensive building by 7 times because I put a beacon in the wrong spot. Okay. How are these looking? Okay, these are not backed up. That's a good sign. We have basically a very good ratio here. So if we did more telescopes, we'd need more beacons, but I think we can live with that. How's this working? Visible observable data. It's 1 to 1 to 1, 1 to 1 to 1. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so I could realistically fit at least one more. Oh, this is going to start running out of resources, though. Wait, how is it running out of resources? Does this need to be faster? This might need to be faster. Which means we might start running out of fluids here. Nah, there's plenty here. These are really backed up. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. This is... I can't tell if this is depleting. This is increasing. Is this not set up right? I wonder if I didn't set up these up right. Where does this connect? I mean, I think it's just because we have some stuff stored. I don't think there's like an infinite loop I can get from the coolant though. So I think we just have something backed up somewhere. As long as this is set up properly, we're good. And we can't accidentally break things. Yeah, I think this is just some intermediate tank. Or maybe this is saying we're not actually producing enough thermal radiation. I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. It doesn't look like we're backed up too bad. And I am getting a lot more catalogs already. Like we actually made an astroscience. This is like one of the first times I've seen this make astroscience. Oh wow. That's a that's a very big spike actually. Wait, which one are we looking at? Yeah, I think we've made more in like the past like 5 minutes than we have in the past hour. Which makes sense. We did increase it by 5 times over. Cool. I like that. I don't know why this doesn't have energy. I guess it just still hasn't... Actually, no. Why aren't those filling? That's weird. So these can be used to power my base, but I can't fill my base with them. Huh. I wonder if there's an easy fix for that, or if I just don't need to worry about it. I could maybe use a substation? Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be able to, like, use steel from the base, but I guess I kind of do need to. I don't want it, I don't want to start a launch with no stored power, because that will make it take, like, 5 extra minutes. Okay, and then how is this? Is this, input limited at all? No, this is an incredibly cheap recipe. Okay, so that will run for a very long time. Particle accelerator is good now, using way less power. Telescopes, they're not backed up. Okay, once this thermofluid dips, I think I'll start to realize I'm having issues with power. Are there any speed 2s I can steal from somewhere? This has some speed 2s it doesn't need. We can give it a speed 1 instead. Because if this runs out of, if this isn't producing enough thermofluid, then it doesn't matter how fast this runs. Okay, and now it's very close to running out. Can we just get another hypercooler? Like, that's probably an option. Why is this increasing? Where is this thermofluid coming from? Oh, we just like... Oh, I see. We had like 20,000 in here, and we just probably converted it all into warm. And it's going to take a while before we convert it back because this doesn't produce enough. That's what... Okay. We just had so much backed up in pipes in these intermediate tanks. Okay, so I am limited by these. Okay. That's an easy fix. I believe I do have a couple coolers I can use. Also, Agni will be fine because we have abandoned that planet. Yeah, that should be all right. We're gonna be missing 2, but that's fine. Okay, this should help a little bit. I did not realize thermal radiators would be this expensive for astroscience. Like, literally all we do for astroscience is cool down a bunch of telescopes. Like, we're transferring, what, 20, 30 megawatts of heat just from astroscience. That's all they do. We're just making a giant air conditioner. Oh, wait, can this be deleted? Oh, we have so much space if we delete these now. I have no reason to delete it, but yeah, these are no longer necessary. And then I wanted to check my beryllium processing. The pipe throughput becomes an issue. Oh, I was not even considering that. Yeah, like if you wanted to have like one recycle loop, you would definitely back stuff up. Is that what I guess the longer pipes probably would help with that, or using a bunch of pumps, or just separate grids probably.
Beef taco,
Lots of
beef
options.
taco.
Hello, Skritzen. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I really need to get my alerts worked so I can actually like see them. But yeah, OBS every now and then OBS disconnects from my Twitch account and it like resets all of my layout. I have not figured out a good solution to that. And what it does is like it removes my alerts, it removes my chat, it removes my stream info. And for some reason this time it also removed my chat formatting. So chat is currently using light theme and it very much stands out. It's very bright and hard to read because I prefer it to be dark. Yeah, I need to figure that out. I cannot find it anywhere in the settings how to change that, but that's a problem for a different day. There's also a chance it might just magically fix itself tomorrow, so it's not worth stressing too much. Okay, what did I want to check? Beryllium. Ooh, ooh, look at this! Look at this being backed up. Oh, that's big. I mean, normally I wouldn't want things to be backed up like this, but this means we're actually not belt limited. Ooh, everything's working really well. So we did double our beryllium. The only way I could possibly increase this now is with better speed mods, and I did not leave any there, so we won't be able to. We'll need to like send a rocket there to fix it if we want, but we can just wait to send that stuff until we do a refill rocket. I think this is good for now, though. I do need to set up beryllium. So let's see. Next time, our goal will be use the beryllium. I'm sure I'll know what that means. There's two things I need to use it for, and both are very easy. Yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. Let's see. Today is Friday. I think more SpaceX tomorrow. Yeah, I think my goal will be to do space exploration on the weekends, and then meme run Monday and or Tuesday, and haven't decided about Thursdays, but I think that'll be a good spread, so that way I don't go crazy doing entirely space exploration. But weekends seem like a good time for that. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.